With the development of every new campus, one doesn't have the same gauge on whether or not the curriculum in both its development and delivery is to the standard that must be appropriate. The recognition of that is through, in some ways, the objective passage of this exam. I actually do not think that the exam reflects their abilities in any particular future field, nor their abilities as a future physician.
I know so many people who are, they're smart, they're going to be good doctors, like they have great patient skills, but they're not the best test takers. And so to be put in an environment where you take an 8-hour test, and there's just so much pressure that builds up beforehand, you know, I think there will be students who maybe don't do as well, maybe even myself, I don't know.
When it comes down to these tests, I get pretty nervous because I feel like, you know, what I get on these tests may not necessarily represent how well I can do, you know, in a class setting or in the future in my career. And so it is a little frightening to me having everything boiled down to this one test, especially because we're going to a new school. And, you know, we're kind of the guinea pigs.
Yeah, we're definitely guinea pigs.
Certainly, all eyes are upon us. And with a cohort of only 40 students, the numbers are small, and so statistics will be difficult. I know, having taken many national exams myself, that anxiety is a fact of life with these. The outcome of these exams may have some influence of their ultimate decision. It may affect their residency placements.
Got to know someone who's an ophthalmologist a lot better, and just as a field it sounds really interesting. It sounds like it has a lot of facets to it. So that has really upped the ante for me as far as board studying goes. Before, you know, I still wanted to do well. Now it's like, well, I really need to do well. It feels pretty overwhelming, and I think if it doesn't feel overwhelming, you're probably overlooking something.
You'll get a moment where you're not stressing out about boards, and then someone else will be stressing out, and then you're like, oh no, I forgot about that. Now I have to start stressing out. So.
Yeah, I feel like this all the time where you're like going fine, it's always in the back of your mind, but then we're at a point where like I'll drop a bag of groceries or something, like my car, I can't get into my car, and it's just like, not a breakdown, but you respond irrationally to it, and it's just like, I don't think I would have this response if I wasn't so stressed.
If I don't pass the test, you know, the world will not end. I will take it again. I will prepare, I will take it again. I can look back and see that medical school has definitely been the way, like the choice that I was supposed to make with my life, and so I think that it will be fine.